This series of mini classes is for people who want to improve their lives and they want to have tools that actually work. They're based on the 24 life ingredients. So this isn't just theory, this is what life teaches you. And when you watch life closely, you'll see this for yourself, that each of these things is what life gave us right when we were born. So we can go from that as a starting point. There's 3 mini classes, so 1, 2, and 3 at the beginning that I recommend you watch in order so that you get the foundation. And from there, just go through the rest and just pick and choose what you need. Like if you're looking to do something with relationships or trying to get into a relationship or improve one or work or fulfillment in life, whatever you're trying to do, there's a mini series that'll cover that. But the first 3 are important because they provide the foundation. So this one, the second class, is called What is Love and Why Does It Matter Anyways? So I'm going to ask you a question, and the questions are designed so that you're going to just explore how you feel about these. So it's more of situations than questions. So in the first one, how do you feel when you view the world as being in a total shambles and everything is broken and nothing's functioning and nothing's in balance? So essentially nothing is perfect. And then, to give you a counter to that, how do you feel when you look at everything being perfect as it is? You notice the instant change in your inner feelings, that you go from being stressed to being completely at peace the moment that we start looking at the world as being perfect as it is. So that means all the people around us are perfect, everything in the world is perfect. Now, there's this automatic thing that we come up against, because the same as where people used to think that the sun revolved around the earth. So a couple thousand years ago, right? And that lasted for 1700 years. And then, so now we've got this thing where people are so trained to believe that nothing is perfect and nobody's perfect and we're all unworthy, that we're left completely powerless. But that's not the way we're born. We're born each empowered to do a lot of things with our lives. And when we take that power back, then we'll realize that a lot of the things that we think we know, a lot of things we've been trained, a lot of things that we're taught to believe aren't actually true. So when we can start to consider, and this is something that we're going to, in these exercises, there's both the physical part and the spiritual part, so the mind, body. So what you're thinking affects your physical outcome. And so in this exercise, in these exercises, exercise in each class, then you're going to be able to try this out. So what you're thinking, and then what are you doing physically to make this all a reality in your life. So to start with, when we consider that, so the question was love. And if I give you 10 seconds for an answer, then most people will stumble through some theoretical, they'll have some fluffy idea. But as in the first class with the question about what is a car, then, you know, a vehicle with 4 wheels, an engine used to go to point A to point B. So it's a very practical answer. Well, we don't have that kind of practical answer for love, and then that leaves us unempowered. So try this definition on. Love is seeing everything as being perfect as it is. So consider that if you look at your partner or somebody you know, and you say, well, they're a good person, but they would be better if they changed this or this or this. Then, in all reality, we don't actually love that person. We love our version of what they would be if they were different. So, when we can actually look at the person and just see them as being perfect as they are, that they don't have to change to fit some kind of description that we have of what they should be, then we have the benefit of that we personally are no longer stressed by how we feel about other things. We're automatically at peace. Now, what does life teach us about that? So when you're trying to sleep and you're stressed, how well can you sleep? Can you sleep at all? And yet, sleep is a very natural part of life. We have to sleep every night. We might cheat that for a day or two, but the generality is that life shows us we need sleep. And then, so if we need sleep and we can only sleep when we're at peace, and we get the best sleep, especially when we're at peace, then life is showing us that here, you've got a choice. You can be stressed. You can look at everything as being broken and damaged and imperfect, or you can look at it as being perfect. And when you look at it as being perfect, now you're in alignment with what life has provided us, so that we're getting good rest, we're at peace in the world, and now we can discover what we want to do next in the world without going into the world looking at that we have to fight with everything, that we've got to struggle with everything, because that's just something we create by our own view that we choose. So what we're going to do in this exercise is we're going to take a deep breath and then breathe out. And with every breath in, so try breathing in through your nose, and with every breath in, we're going to feel that we got all this new energy coming from the universe. And with every breath out, we're expelling all the used, all the negative, all the exhausted ideas, everything. And so in the back of our mind, we're going to keep that in mind, that we're breathing in new energy and breathing out what's exhausted. And so now we're going to do this. Now you don't want to do this while you're driving or anything like that, because we want to be safe doing this. So you'll be on a couch, laying on a bed, sitting on a chair, somewhere where you can relax but not fall asleep. You want to be fully awake, fully aware of this. And so as you're breathing and you're considering the various states of mind that you're in, so we're going to pay attention to the concept for today. We're going to think about, how did you feel when you woke up this morning? And you can have some instant ideas, instant flash in your subconscious of it was good, it was bad, it was ugly, it was, and then we're going to look at how can we affect that, how can we change that. So when we go back to the first class, we'll recall that life is a series of connected and related experiences, and that everything, so the macro experiences, the big things, like we can call a good night's sleep a big thing, we can call our married life a big thing, we can call relationships a big thing, school, education. But each one of those things doesn't just happen by itself. It happens as a result of many micro things all coming together. And so as we explore this concept of like our good night's sleep, how did we wake up this morning, then we're going to start breaking down what were all the micro experiences that led to that. So as we're breathing in and we're feeling refreshed, because we're seeing it all as being perfect as it is, there is nothing wrong. And then breathing out the exhaustion, the tired ideas. And then we're thinking, okay, so what affected the way I woke up this morning? So one of the micro experiences that affected that was how we went to sleep last night. And that's broken down into a multitude of micro experiences, because if we went to bed with worries on our mind, if we're stressed, if we're not looking forward to the day, if we don't have something to look forward to, all of that's going to affect how we wake up. And then, did we wake up inspired, or did we wake up to an alarm clock, or did we wake up dreading the day? All these things. So what are the micro experiences that we can change so that we can go to sleep easier? So one of those things would be to start looking at things as being perfect as it is. Instead of saying, well, this is all wrong, that's wrong. Say, okay, no, everything's in alignment right now. It's all going to come around to the way that it needs to be. And in the meantime, I'm prepared for a good night's sleep. I'm going to wake up energetic. See, just having that micro experience of just believing you're going to wake up energetic already changes the whole game. And then if you can think about why you're going to be excited about getting up, then you have another micro experience that's going to add to the benefits of getting up. If you feel that you didn't have enough time in the morning, maybe try to get up that half an hour or an hour earlier, so that you've actually got time for you, for that coffee, for that bit of exercise, for thinking, for reading, for anything, so that you feel inspired about being up before you have to be. And then, so as we're breathing in, eyes closed, and then breathing out, and we're constantly in this state of relaxation, and we're exploring what's possible. So once we understand that we cause our reality, our physical reality, by our spiritual reality, so what we think becomes what is real for us physically. So when we believe that we're going to be waking up energetic, and we have a reason to get up energetically, like there's something we're looking forward to, then that's happening. But if we feel that we're going to be exhausted and tired and it's not going to be a great day, well, that's how we're going to feel when we wake up. Our thoughts cause our reality. And as we explore all these micro experiences, then we get to see just exactly what new macro experience we can create as a result of those changes that we're making. After all, it's all those tiny changes that create the big things, and if we're doing tiny things that create miserable big things, well, we've only got ourselves to blame. So try this out. Make sure you go back and forth between the videos, watch them again, get all the points out, and when you get stuck, just send me a note. Wherever you're watching this from, you're going to have a contact me somewhere. Send me a note. I'll give you a few lines of exactly what the next steps are, or what you might need a bit of help with. So I'm looking forward to meeting you, and stay tuned. Watch for the next videos. When you follow here, then you'll be notified of where to find the videos. Look for John Verway 2020, and then the mini series, mini classes about the 24 life ingredients. All the best.